as I was saying last time, we did the retargeting on the traversal animations, and we fixed some of the poses, aim offset poses through pro pose and through baking into a control rig. Today, I think it will be a good time we look into retargeting the weapon handling animations. So actually we can go into our ATPS update folder, go to assets, sorry, maybe not asset. Go to blueprints and data assets. In here we have this PDA. This PDA is a primary data asset, and it's used to define what our data asset should look like. Basically, right now what we have is this blueprint and this single function here, and this single function is used to match what kind of weapon we are handling right now and what kind of action should we take, right? So whenever you if in the future you want to add a custom weapon to this, you need to first add the custom weapons class, actor class, into this array, right? And so right now it only includes all of those ATPS default weapons. And after you add that element to this array, you can actually add this map variable to this selector, which will eventually output a single animation montage by matching the montage type. And if we go into this folder called Many UE4, it actually contains the data asset for weapon handling montage for UE4 and UE5. So since we're using a character that matches the UE5 skeleton, we're gonna duplicate this UE5 one, and let's call this SW as per usual. So open this one up, and you will see all of these variables. Each one have a list of animation montage. And for example, if you want to switch out, let's say we want to retarget the AR weapon handling montage, it's just these four, right? So we can just browse to this. Let's do this one by one, I think. So let's go to retarget animation asset, select our SWAT mesh, and it should be something like this. Yeah, this retargeter. And before I forget, I do need to get the name of it. Okay. So the animation montage is actually referencing a single or a couple animation sequence. So when we retarget this one, all of those that's being referenced will also be retargeted. So before we do that, I think we need to create a new folder. Just let me go back here and add a new folder. Let's call this one Weapon Handling Montage. Okay, so let's just retarget this animation here. And remember to replace the name to SW. Export. Okay, so as you can see, we got one animation sequence and one animation montage. don't start with the sequence because there's lots of like curves and animation notify sequence state that's inside this montage, and lots of other information like maybe blend settings, blend out, blend in settings and stuff. So just retarget the montage, and the sequence will also be retargeted. Basically, that's it. Okay, so as you can see, we have the curves ready to use, the event notify ready to use. So that is pretty good. And we just need to test if this animation is working okay with the character, and also impair with the weapon. So let's just before we do that, let me see. So this is menu charge offhand. I think we need to do a reload just to make sure. So going back to our data table. So the first one is we did this one, menu charge off. I think let's retarget all of them. Menu charge UE5. Go to weapon handling montage. That'll be okay. Export. Okay, now we got 2 montage, 2 animation sequence. Let's do the rest of them. You're in the way. Okay, this one is more important. Let's go with this one. Reload character UE5. I think we're just missing this one. Okay, so that's 8 assets in total. Let's make a save. Okay, are we good? Yeah, we're good. Okay, so now that all 4 animation montage for AR is retargeted, we can go to our I think it's this one. Yeah. So we go to our child class, and inside class defaults, let's search for DA. And we see this option says, this variable says weapon handle montage, and this one is referencing the UE4 one. We want to use the new one we set up. So let's go to switch to SW, but inside SW we need to switch out these animation montage first. So let me see if I can, okay. Maybe just search for SW. Yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, lots of, let me think. Okay, we can actually open up one of those, where's my content browser? Okay, let me just open one up.
Don't forget you can use that search with the plus minuses too. You can.
Oh yeah.
The UE5 plus AR or SW plus AR.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this first. Okay, so this one's menu charge offhand. Menu charge offhand. Okay, so that's this one, and this menu charge main hand. So menu charge, and we have reload, mag reload, offset. Mag reload offhand and mag reload main hand. So that'll be this one and this one. Okay. All right. So right now, if we hit play and pick up our AR right here. Oh, sorry, I forgot. It's just an animation sequence in it, not exactly a weapon actor. So I'm gonna try to. Sorry, I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit. Otherwise, it's gonna blow my ears out. Okay, so I'm gonna fire a few rounds and do a reload. I'm gonna do this again, but this time before I reload, I'm gonna go to slow-mo. So slow-mo 0.1, start a reload. Did I?
I
Oh,
don't.
I'm out of ammo, sorry. Okay, it's actually working pretty good, I think. Okay, so essentially what we did was testing out the mag reload animation for the main hand. I'm gonna do this again. So it's playing the animation, but I jacked it out of the control, and let's just see. So the mag seemed to be falling into the hand just fine, and doesn't seem like we need to tweak so much, but maybe we can fix this pose a little bit. Let's have a look. So essentially, if you want to modify this animation montage, if you don't like what it looks like, you can actually just modify the animation sequence. Don't do anything with the montage. Think of it as a shell, right? So what we just tested was this animation, reload, and let's load up our level sequence. Whichever we used last time should be this one. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to remove, because last time we baked the animation to this control rig, right? Now we want to do this again, but I need to remove this control rig asset altogether, and this animation right now is being disabled. If you want to re-enable it, just right click on this strip and go to active, and that'll be it. But we don't need this one right now. We need to modify. Let's just remove that and paste the animation sequence name into this, right? So last time we were working on aim offsets, which are like single frame animations. But right now we're dealing with this, okay? So we need to drag the the end line to the ending frame of this sequence. So that's the first step, and let's go to the beginning as well. So since we're working with this AR animation, let's hide the shotgun for the moment. Okay, so select this AR mesh, which also include the animation. We can actually add the animation sequence into to this mesh as well. But we need to find it first. So let's go to ATPS update assets weapon AR. animation. Let's find the matching one, which should be mag reload. Yeah, reload weapon. This should be it. So click on this, animation plus, search for this one, and we have this. Okay. As you can see, the length of the animation doesn't necessarily have to match, because after the mag is inserted and locked into the weapon, we don't need any other weapon animation, right? But it's important that the previous part of the animation is in sync. So all of these should be in sync for the character and the weapon. So I guess let's click on this weapon mesh and let's go to snapper on the left side and select this as the children and select this as the parent. And we want to parent it to hand R socket. This one. Okay, make sure this beginning and ending frame numbers is the same so as this one. So 0 to 50 frame. Okay, that should be okay. And make sure to also check this snap rotation and do this. Now if we play this animation, we will see this character. Okay, so what's going on? Not sure. Okay. Let's try again. Should be snapping all the way. But you know what? Never mind. Let's do something else. Since it's not snapping, we just need to make sure at the first frame it's in the correct location, and we can do this. So on the left side panel, make sure we are on the first frame, and we do this. We add this constraint. Select this weapon mesh first, and we add a constraint parent, and we want to parent this to this character mesh, and on the hand R socket. So now, as you can see, it's basically being parented to the hand R socket and following our hand movement, right? Okay, so what we can do right now is I'm gonna make some more space so I can animate a little bit later. So what we can do right now is bake this animation sequence, which we do want to change or modify to the control rig. So last time I believe we used this one, CR mannequin body. So let's do just that. Sorry, could you give me one moment? I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right, I'm back, and let's fix this animation. So so yesterday we also worked on the corrective bone, the procedural correction control rig. So we don't need to actually worry too much about this part, I think. Let's just focus on the other side. But sorry. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we should remove this, actually. Okay. So I remember yesterday I think we retargeted one of those recreated one of those control rigs. Maybe we just put it somewhere in here. Let me see if I can find it. It's the other one. Sorry. I think it will be best if we just make sure the control rig is working fine, because otherwise there might be some other issues in the future. Let me see if I can find it. Search for body, maybe. Yeah, so this one's from SCS, this one's from ATPS. This is the update one, should be this one. I'm gonna browse to this folder and see if we have. No? Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna copy this one over to our folder 1. Copy. I seem to remember we did this last time, but never mind. Okay, this one.
I'm back. Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to replace this asset with our SWAT guy. I thought we did this yesterday, but I couldn't find it. Anyway, let's just recreate this and see if it works.
I thought that I had that same experience. Like, I swore I changed the CR, and when I went back the next day, it was like not my custom guy.
Anyway, let me see. So I'm gonna rename this to _SW, and I'm gonna bake this animation again. But before you bake, you need to make sure. You need to make sure this animation sequence is active. So let's do that. And right click on the skeleton here and bake to control rig. And right now we have SW. Sorry, I forgot. It's probably the naming conflict. We're probably missing some of the bones. Yeah, like this. Lower arm twist. Okay, so I need to switch out the name first before I bake. So left hand twist. So that will be forearm twist 2, I think. Yeah, should be this one. Twist, and copy this forearm twist R2. Okay.
And whereabouts are you in this graph right now? Are you, for people who will be following?
I'm sorry?
Within this rig graph, I was just curious about where you are geometrically within it for people who will be following along and looking for these there. Okay.
Right sorry. There. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Let's start with the backward solver. And at the end, basically we're just trying to look for red text, right? Which indicates mismatch of the bone. So I'm just gonna expand this graph view, and so you can see a lot better, hopefully. So this control rig is actually 3 parts. We have a backwards solver, we have a construction event, and we have a forward solver. Okay, and we need to go through all of these to make sure all of those. Yeah, we should be okay with the construction event, I think. Let me think. Yeah, this one should be okay. Let's continue with the backward solver. So, wait, control name is this. Yeah, we don't need to change the control. We just need to change the bone name so that control actually controls the actually actual twist bones. So this one is forearm twist 01, forearm twist 01R. That should be it. Okay, thigh twist 01L. Let's go to thigh twist. Left should be up here. Thigh twist 01R. That will be this one. Okay, so compile, see if we have anything weird happening. I think we're okay. Let's go to the forward solver. Okay. Now search for twist. This is forearm twist 02L. Forearm twist 02R. Okay, forearm. Forearm twist 01R. Okay, and two more thigh twist. This one's left thigh number 1, right thigh number 1. Okay, so let's compile and save. I'm gonna get back to the level and bake this animation again. So remove that old control rig and right click, active. Let's try this again. Bake to SW. Okay. Seems like it's still a little bit broken. I'm not sure why though. Okay. I'm not gonna spend any more time on this. I think it's already spent too much time taking care of this. Since we already have a failsafe for this kind of issue, which we already talked about yet in the last session, let's just focus on how to modify this animation. And maybe in the future I can make some modifications or some extra information, add some extra information to this tutorial to talk about this. But for now, let's just focus on this part. So what we need to do right now is modify this animation. But how do we modify this animation the best? Okay, so this is not ideal. I just did this and yeah, I do need to think about this for now. First of all, the lower part of the body shouldn't matter at all because it's being overridden in the layer blend per bone node. So the lower body animation won't ever play at all. So this part really doesn't matter. All we need to worry about is the upper body animations. If we just focus on this part, let's maybe let's ignore the leg part and let's click on this add plus button and go to additive, which will add an additive track to this control rig. Okay, so right now we have two tracks. This one's the absolute animation and the other one's additive. Additive, by the way, means if we add a key at the beginning here, yeah. So let's say we want to modify this animation by, for example, the shoulders slouching a little bit. We want to modify it by, for example, raise the shoulder a little, like this, and like this. And where's my starting frame? Sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah, right here should be okay. All right. So as you can see right now, every single frame is taking this modification, right? And we do notice there's a bit of a twist on the shoulder part. So this is the downside of using UE4 skeleton to animate. Basically, the UE4 mannequin's skeletal mesh is not so organic, and you couldn't quite tell if some part of the body isn't bending too well. For example, this is exactly the case, but we can solve this issue by, for example, adding a key here. Let's add a key to this clavicle L bone, and we want this key to rotate. Sorry, we want this bone to rotate a little bit this way and maybe this way so the arm doesn't bend too awkward. And when we are done, and maybe we can also add a key here and add a key here to adjust this pole vector so it doesn't bend too much. And after that, we can just make sure to copy. Let's fold all of this, copy this first node and paste it here, and everything will be back to normal. So that's how we modify this bone, modify this animation in additive track, right? So this track is basically adding on top of this, adding extra location and rotation offset on top of that. So if we disable that, we still got the old animation. Make sense? So whenever you're happy with the result, for example, if we want to do this, maybe at this frame, we should probably bend the character a little bit forward so he can actually reach whatever's in the back a little easier. And also let's rotate the body a little. So that's actually looking a lot better than whatever that was. Okay. So after we are done with this, we can just right click on our skeletal mesh here and bake animation sequence. Let's bake it to weapon handling montage. Well, what was it called? Sorry, need to find this first. So it's this one. Let's see if we can overwrite this one. So back in our level sequence, let's do this again. Bake animation sequence right in here, and we want to do this. And if we click on OK, will ask us if we want to replace the existing asset. Yes, we do. So, and we can get back here and you can see this animation is being changed. So what it looks like is this. So a little bit more natural. Looks a little better than before, except the leg part. Let's just see how it works. So we can, as I said, we can actually ignore this leg part, but if it doesn't work, I think we need to maybe recreate an recreate a new control rig asset for this character to make this work. But still, it won't be too much trouble. Anyway, since we already replaced this animation sequence, the animation sequence being referenced in this animation montage is also changed to this, right? So let's just see how it works. Back in the level, let's make a save on this. Just gonna close this level sequence for now. Okay, gonna buy an AR, fire a few rounds, go to slow-mo, and as you can see, we are reloading the rifle with the new animation. Everything's good and looks much better than before. That's how we can modify the animations. So, any questions for now?
No, not on my end.
Okay. Okay. Things could be a little different for other weapons. I'm not gonna go through all of the AR animations. I think this one is a good enough example. But I do want to talk about other weapons like let's say I need to get back to that I need to get back to that data asset first. Yeah, right here. So let's fold this and let's go to shotgun. So shotgun is a little bit different. Let's say for example, let's do this bullet count. No, let's do this combat load. Yeah. Okay, I wanna retarget this first. So copy the name. Retarget this over to this folder. Oh, sorry, shouldn't pick this one, but that's okay. I'll just have to retarget another one. Just realized this is not exactly the one I needed. Let's maybe do bullet counter reload off. This will be a good one. Okay, yeah. Gonna copy the name and target this one as well. Okay, anyhow, we have this animation ready, and let's go to this folder, and I just need to find the animation sequence. Should be this one, BCR reload. That's bullet counted reload, offhand character. Okay, so this is the one we need, and we're going back into our level. Open up our level sequence. This one. Okay, so this is the new animation, and it's a lot longer than the AR reload animation, which makes sense because yeah, reloading a magazine is a lot easier than reloading all of those shells, right? So I'm gonna hide this AR and my outliner. I'm gonna bring back the shotgun. This one, shotgun ref pose. I want to snap it to the left hand socket. So select the mesh for parent, go to NL socket. 0 to 50 is not gonna do. We need to go to 0 to 200, I think. Okay, so change the ending frame to 200 and snap. Okay. Um, hmm. Mm, actually, before we do this, we might actually need to make sure the hand L socket rotation is correct. So let me just grab a shotgun here, switch to the left hand. Okay, left hand doesn't have an input pose just yet, but I'm pretty sure the socket is a little bit off. So I need to rotate the socket, or at least change a plus to a minus, I think. Let me see. Socket. Let's go to hand L. Let's actually go to hand R first, and we need to see the relative rotation. This is actually okay. So this rotation doesn't really tell us much, but we can actually do a side by side. Okay, so you know what? It's getting annoying. I'm gonna turn off the debug for now. It's just way too many widgets being shown at the same time. So I'm gonna do debug off. Okay, just want a quiet environment for me to okay here. I think I should rotate the x-axis a little. Okay, that's more like it. That should be good. So getting back to the level sequence. I'm going to snap again. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. 3 degrees. Snap again. Yeah, that's a lot better, I think. Let's just start with this one. So right now it's just snapped the location to the handle socket, and we actually need to do the same. Create a constraint, a parent constraint, parent to our hand L socket. What? Sorry, I think I started I need to move this frame to the beginning. No. Okay, let me try this again. Just need to make sure this is okay. Doesn't have a constraint yet. Let's try again. Okay, with this one selected, add a parent constraint to this hand L socket, and now, whoa! Why is our camera following this?
That's interesting.
That never happened before.
So it looks like the landscape is tied to
landscape as well.
Your landscapes.
Oh yeah. You're right. I must have selected the ground. I just gonna remove this. This is so stupid. Oh my god. Okay. Actually, what I want to talk about after all those shenanigans is okay. So this animation actually have at the beginning we need to bind the shotgun to the left hand, but after this frame it should actually stay in the right hand and with the stock resting on the shoulder. Okay. So okay, how should I so this does require a little bit of um, animating, I should say. So for example, if we want to make sure this animation works right, we actually can go back to the animation montage for reference because I have anim notifies in there that's gonna tell us something. For example, right here at frame, what was it? Frame 14. Okay, frame 15, I think. Yeah, frame 15. We have this event which actually binds the weapon to the right hand instead of to the left hand. So the left hand will release the shotgun and it will be parented to the right hand and with the stock resting on the shoulder. So let's go to frame 15 in the level sequence. That's 21. That's way too. Okay, so right here we need to. Okay, click on this shotgun and let's try to add a new parent. Parent to and underscore R socket. So at this frame, it should be following the right hand. Make sense? And now we're grabbing the shells and inserting them into the reloading port. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about. Some of those animations isn't like as straightforward as the AR. Some of them like the shotgun, the revolver, and what else? Yeah, rifle as well, because rifle we use a stripper clip to load the ammo sometimes. So sometimes it can be a little complicated, a little more complicated than AR reloading than the basic ones. But basically, what you need to do is go back to the montage and notice some of these animation notifies, right? And go to the correct frame and then switch the constraint to the other hand, and you're basically free to modify this animation however you want. For example, we're just gonna once again bake this to control rig SW. So in here we can do the same. Let's collapse this and add an additive layer. Where's my additive layer, by the way? Not here. Okay. So this is the additive layer. Before you do anything, go to frame 0, and add a key first. Oh wow. Let me go to the end key and one frame over. I want to add another key. Okay, so in between we are not doing anything for now, but we do want to raise the shoulder a little bit at this stage. So let's do that. Come on, big guy. Okay, shotgun resting on the shoulder, and want to keep it this way, or at least in line with the shotgun stock. So maybe turn it down a little bit. I'm a little stuck. I think it's a little bit laggy on my side, so doesn't really work that well. But I think this is good enough demonstration for how you can modify this animation if you're not happy with the retargeting results. Any questions so far?
I think I don't know if I'm muted or unmuted. No, I'm okay. I'm over here.
Okay, so let's just bake this animation, but before that we do need to grab the name first. So this is a BCR load offhand character SW second fix. Okay, so lots of suffix. That's how many times I've tried to fix the animation, basically. Okay, I'm gonna bake this animation to animation sequence and to this folder using the same name. And yeah, I want to do this. Okay, so this one is okay. Like I said, we can actually ignore the lower body parts, just focus on the upper body. And just gonna see if it's working a little better. I think it is. So right now we can get back into the level. Once again, save this level sequence. And grab a shotgun, press X to switch to offhand. And I'm just gonna do this. So new animation. That's how you can tweak the animation. So all of those weapon handling animations are inside this DA, right? Same for the UE4 and UE5 skeleton. So what you need to do for your custom character in the future is go through this list. First, make a copy of this one, then go through this list. Retarget each one of them and try to fix what you don't like about them in the level sequence. There's actually, right now, I don't have a good way to fix the animation in runtime like using Propose, but in the future maybe, but right now it's not that simple, I'm afraid. Anyhow, right now what you can do is go through this list of animations and try to retarget all of them, and whatever you don't like about them, just try to fix the animation sequence inside the level sequence. Try to bake it to a control rig, and that should be just the general process of retargeting the weapon handling montage. So what do you think we should do next? So if we consider the weapon handling montage is done, should we get to SCS next?
That's what I was thinking. Probably SCS, unless you know something else. But yeah,
I'm
SCS
just
seems good.
yeah, playing SCS animations. That's probably because it's not being retargeted. Okay,
Yeah,
how about we take a short break and
yeah.
yeah,
Come back to that. Okay,
yeah.
I'll be back.
I guess next step, if we want to deal with the SCS part, I think it's very important that we replace the SCS component, because I added some extra logic into SCS as well. So let's first check our character. So this is the character we're using right now, and its parent is this BP TPS based character. And I need to open this one up and see which SCS component reference it's using right now. So let me see if I can, find class in. Okay, so since the last time we already replaced the old TPS based character to the new one, right now it's referencing the new SCS component. So this is the 153 updated SCS component. We're not using the old 152 or prior SCS component. If you go inside this blueprint, go to event graph, and we can actually search for. Actually, we have these error messages. Let's have a look here. Clip fix. We can disable clip fix for now. Still giving. Okay. Okay. So clip fix is no longer being used at the moment. So let's just remove all of these. So no more error message. You can actually delete this loop or just simply break this line and compile. Okay, so that's it. No more error message. Let me search for 1.5.3 and see if we have any yeah, we do. So as you can see inside this, we have these new setups inside this event graph. I added this immediately break covers if for example, your cover is being destroyed by like gunfire or something. So basically when the cover is no longer there, the character will just break cover and go back to out of cover state. This also works for example, if we go like inner cover here and we want to do a traverse, yeah, it also works like that. So whenever we do a traversal animation, traversal action when we are in cover, previously it was disabled, but right now we can actually just go straight to traversal without having to exit cover first. So that's that. And since the SCS component is updated already, we can actually work on the SCS animation montage. Let's go to ATPS update. I think we should go to SCS and assets, character asset. Let's go to UE5. It's a little stuck. Okay, so aim offset is one thing. Let's ignore aim offset for now. I do need to have let me think. Best way to do this, I think, is to retarget the one of those animation montage. Animation BP. Let's open this one up. This is a AO base. So inside AO base, we actually have a lot of okay, not here, but should be somewhere near. Yeah. So inside this animation BP, we do have these aim offset animations, but other than that, we also need to find SCS layer. So character asset mannequin. Okay, so what we're looking for is this one, ABP SCS layer. So SCS layer is not exactly a layer, but it's more of a linked animation graph. If we open this one up, this animation graph actually includes all of those in-cover locomotion animation. So we should probably retarget this first. But before that, let's create a new folder. So in here we have do I have a plus button somewhere? No, never mind. I'm just gonna create a new folder called this one, SCS locomotion. And let me get back to SCS asset and NMBP. Okay, let's copy the name and do this right here. Export this to SCS locomotion. So that will include the animation BP and the locomotion animation as well. Yeah. Okay.
Also,
let me check these assets first. So A cover walk low LSW. I want to check this animation, see how it plays. Okay, so room motion's in place, and it doesn't look half bad. So I'm just gonna use this retargeted SCS layer. I'm gonna rename it to SCS layer SW, and okay, after save, I'll show you where we can put this asset. Okay, so let's go back to our character NMBP, the main NMBP, which should be this one, I think. Yeah. So in here, we will find this cover state machine. Let's go inside. So we have two states. One is out of cover, which is referencing this combat ready node. And we don't need to do much about it. But in here, we have this. Why is it looking like this? Why is it disconnected? I'm not sure why it's disconnected like this, but that's fine. I'm just gonna click on this, and I think it was from yesterday, maybe.
Yesterday when we were talking about my stuff there,
could be. Yeah, I can't quite remember, but it could be. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is just click on this and switch the instance class to the one we just created, which is ABP SCS layer SW. And now we can hook it back in like that. Okay, I'm just gonna try out in the level to see if the character is actually playing the in-cover animation, which it is. Although it's not playing the animations. So just gonna try the montage as well. Okay, this cover to cover, and do I have a place to no? Oh, actually, I think I do. Let me try again. Yeah. So here's a very good example, I think. Okay, that's okay. We just need to figure out how to get the animation to play. So right now, ABP SCS layer, that's the correct layer that's the correct linked anim graph we're referencing. So maybe let's go into this and have a look at why is it not playing the in-cover movement animation. So let's go to anim graph, and we have cover local ground. Let's go into this. Cover idle should be fine. We are playing cover idle, which is the.
Oh, did I lose you? Hang on.
How about now?
Yep, there we go. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Go ahead and repeat whatever you were saying.
Okay. So we'll so we're just going to double click on this and go to this SCS layer SW, which is the new NMBP we just retargeted. And we are going into cover local ground, and cover idle is just the idle animation we're playing right now. And as you can see, everything has already been retargeted, so we don't need to worry too much about this part. Just go to cover walk and just checking, and everything seems to be okay. So every animation sequence here is using the new retargeted one. So we just need to figure out if these transition rules are in the middle. So right now we are trying to read this speed value from main anim instance. It is.
Oh, I think I lost audio again. Can you hear me? I lost.
Yeah, I can hear you, but
Okay. I think go back like 10 seconds what you were saying and try to catch that again. Oh,
yeah. So since we already retargeted the SCS locomotion animation blueprint, we can actually go to our character's main anim blueprint and go to this cover state machine. Go inside here, and out of cover is the out of cover pose we saved before, so we don't need to change anything about it. Just need to go to in cover and make sure this node is selected, and in the instance class we go to the new AVP SCS layer underscore SW
it's
or whatever.
Screen's frozen. Yeah, we could always come back tomorrow and start with SCS there.
Okay,
if
I guess.
If your connections.
Yeah, tomorrow's good. Yeah, I can do tomorrow as well. So yeah, maybe let's try tomorrow then.
Yeah.
This is so silly. I mean,
hate to have you start stopping. Yeah.
Yeah.
But SCS will be good. I'm interested.
Yeah. That's okay. I think we're pretty close to the end, and just a couple more sessions, like 1 or 2 sessions, we should be okay. So yeah.
With doing handling SCS this way, but there's no. Is it? I guess what I'm wondering is, without the ability to post correct when in cover, how are you going to handle it with this method? Is it, or will the retargeting alone be enough to correct?
Yeah, without post retargeting is the only option, I'm afraid.
It's going to be like that. Okay. All right.
Yeah. But since we already talked about propose with the cover system yesterday, I think it would be better if you just do what we did yesterday and use propose to control the aim offsets. That will be a lot easier, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, retargeting is, like I said, I can't stress this enough. Retargeting is not the silver bullet. It's not the perfect solution. Unlike all of those YouTube tutorial says, it's not a perfect solution to everything.
So is that
Sometimes
go ahead.
the thing is after retargeting some more often, you just get basically you just get a close enough result, but sometimes close enough is not good enough. You're gonna need to manually tweak the animation like I showed you today, and with control rig, to make the character to look really good. You're gonna have to go through that step, but it's not difficult. It's just a sort of a nuance, kind of tedious, but it's doable. It's nothing like mysterious or magical about it.
Are you going to add the in cover, out of cover options and DT propos eventually, or is that something you're looking
eventually
at?
Yes,
Okay.
in the next release, definitely I'm gonna add it. I mean, it's basically already done. I mean, at least in my head, it's already done.
Right.
There's not too much trouble to add it. So yeah, definitely I'm gonna add it in the next update. So if you don't want to go through all of those steps, you can actually wait for the next update. I mean, propose is basically on purpose to basically it is for these things, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's next release propose will be a big part of it. I will definitely expand the function to in cover, and the thing is I'm not just for me I'm not just working on like getting things to work. Okay, I'm more of a some I'm more interested in the best practice of things, basically. So I do need to spend some time testing between whether I should use a separate graph a separate data table for in cover, or I should keep everything together. So the post lerp alpha will take effect on all of those posts fix. I don't know for now, but I'm definitely gonna test these different scenarios and see if I can find out a best solution for everything.
Cool.